The rainbow spoon vanished, and Glimpo was holding the empty bowl. Glimpo blinked. The cereal was still spinning. The milk was glowing. But the spoon? Gone. Gasp! The bowl made a tiny plop sound as one last rainbow bubble popped. Picture this. Glimpo, a small, fluffy creature with big round eyes and wobbly ears, sat at the kitchen table inside his cozy treehouse. His favorite breakfast, Rainbow Swirl Crunch, was famous for one thing. It only worked with the rainbow spoon. No spoon, no magic. And today, no spoon. Oh, no, 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 no! Glimpo leaned under the table. Nothing. He checked his pockets. Nothing. He even checked his hat. A rubber duck popped out. That's not helpful. But then it got worse. The cereal started losing color. Bright reds turned pale. Blues faded into gray. The magic was disappearing. And that's when things got weird. The bowl began to wobble. The table shook. The chair bounced. Boing! Glimpo jumped up. I need that spoon! And just like that, whoosh, he dashed out the door. Moment 1. Silly mistake. Glimpo sprinted down the forest path, eyes wide, feet slipping. Maybe I dropped it outside. He scanned the ground. Leaves, pebbles, a banana peel. He stopped. Wait, I don't eat bananas. He stepped forward. Slip! Whoa! Glimpo spun in a full circle, arms flailing, ears flapping like helicopter blades. Whirr! And then, plop! He landed right into a pile of jelly mushrooms. Okay, that was not part of the plan. He stood up, wobbling, covered in purple goo. But something caught his eye. A tiny rainbow sparkle. Ooh! He leaned closer. It shimmered. It twinkled. It was a shiny button. Not the spoon, he sighed. But wait! The button rolled. It rolled down a tiny slope. And then, it disappeared into a hole. Glimpo gasped. Nobody saw this coming. Moment 2. Chase begins. The hole suddenly expanded. It stretched. It shimmered. It became a glowing tunnel. Whoa! The wind whooshed out of it. Zoom! Glimpo leaned closer. The tunnel made a soft humming sound, like it was calling him. I probably shouldn't go in there, but the spoon might be in there. Okay, I'm going in. He jumped. Whoosh! Down he went, spinning, twisting, sliding through a rainbow tunnel. Whee! Lights flashed, colors bounced, his ears flapped wildly. This is not normal! Then suddenly, pop! He landed. Soft, bouncy, like a giant marshmallow. He looked around. Everything was upside down. Trees grew downward. Clouds sat on the ground. Fish floated in the air. Okay, definitely weird. But then, he heard something. A faint clink. A tiny sparkle sound. Ting! Glimpo's eyes widened. That's it! That's the spoon! And he ran. Fast. Very fast. But the floating fish started swimming away. "Hey, wait!" The ground flipped. Glimpo tumbled, rolled, bounced. Whoa! The world kept shifting. Left became right. Up became down. But I'm not stopping. He chased the sparkle deeper into the strange land. Moment 3. Unexpected helper. Suddenly, bonk! Glimpo bumped into something soft. "Hey!" a voice squeaked. He looked down. It was a tiny, bouncing blob with glasses. "I'm Bloop," the blob bounced. Boing, boing, boing. "I saw you chasing the sparkle." Glimpo nodded quickly. "That's my rainbow spoon." Bloop gasped. "Oh, the shiny swirl thing." "Yes, where did it go?" Bloop pointed. "It bounced that way." Glimpo blinked. "Bounced?" Bloop grinned. "Everything here bounces." Right on cue. Boing! The ground bounced. Glimpo bounced. The trees bounced. Even the air felt bouncy. "Whoa!" Bloop giggled. "Come on, I'll help you." And just like that, they bounced together. Boing, boing, boing. "This is actually fun," Glimpo laughed. But then, the sparkle appeared again. Closer now. "There!" They sped up. Faster. Higher. Bouncier. "We're gonna get it!" But wait. Something blocked their path. A giant wall of jelly. Wobbling, wiggling, stretching across the land. "Oh," Bloop blinked. "That's new." Moment 4. Everything goes wrong. Glimpo poked the jelly. It jiggled. He pushed harder. His hand got stuck. Uh-oh. He pulled. It stretched. Pulled more. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sproing. He snapped back and flew into the air. Ah! He bounced off a cloud, then a fish, then a tree, then plop, right back into the jelly. Now both arms stuck. This is bad. Bloop tried to help. He bounced into the jelly. Got stuck, too. Oh no! They wiggled. They pulled. Nothing worked. The sparkle drifted farther away. No! Glimpo groaned. We're losing it. The jelly started wobbling harder. The ground shook. The sky flipped again. Everything bounced wildly. This is chaos! And that's when things got worse. The jelly began to grow. Bigger. Wider. Stickier. It started covering everything. If we don't get out, we'll be stuck forever! Glimpo closed his eyes, thinking fast. Wait! He opened them. I have an idea. Moment 5. Smart comeback. Bloop, you said everything here bounces, right? Bloop nodded. Yeah. Glimpo smiled. Then we don't pull, we bounce. Bloop gasped. Oh! On 3. 1, 2, 3! They bounced inside the jelly. Small bounce, then bigger, then bigger. Boing! The jelly stretched. Boing! It wobbled more. Boing! And then, sproing! They launched out, flying through the air. Free! It worked! Glimpo cheered. They landed with a soft bounce. The jelly shrank behind them. Safe again. But the sparkle, still drifting. Come on! They bounced faster than ever, dodging floating fish, leaping over upside-down trees, spinning through rainbow clouds. And finally, Glimpo reached out. Got you! He grabbed it. The rainbow spoon. It shimmered. It glowed. It hummed happily. I found it! Bloop cheered. You did it! Big ending! Suddenly, whoosh! The world began to swirl again. The tunnel reappeared. Looks like it's time to go. Glimpo waved. Thank you, Bloop. Bloop bounced. Come visit again. I will. Glimpo jumped into the tunnel, spinning, zooming, flashing colors again. And then, pop, back in his kitchen. Everything was still. The bowl sat quietly. The cereal, almost colorless. But Glimpo held up the spoon. Let's fix this. He dipped it into the bowl, stirred once, twice, and suddenly, whoosh, colors exploded, rainbows swirled, the cereal danced, the milk sparkled again. Yes! Glimpo laughed. He took a bite. Crunch! The flavor burst. Sweet. Magical. Perfect. He leaned back, smiling. That was the best breakfast adventure ever. Final twist. But then, the spoon blinked. It wiggled. It hopped out of his hand. Hey, wait! Boing! It bounced off the table. Boing! Off the wall. Boing! Out the door. Glimpo froze. Not again.